Very, very, very late. Come on. Come on. I can see chat seeing some of the skins. I'm going to focus with... This is what I see. But chat, you might need to buy these skins as soon as possible because we might not have abnormals simply due to the fact that nobody was fast enough to buy them and then to sell them. You can't do a barter on something until someone lists it on the Steam market. Those are the rules. Also, I might need to rush and get some purchases in because I got to buy the prizes for the giveaways. It's almost 1 AM, Hedge. Yeah, I'm committed. Oh, I do like that furnace. That's a very nice furnace. I think a lot of people are going to very much like that. Right, Jackham's cool. I mean, where's all the clothing and armor? There's so much available. Good day, Ruskin Joyers. I have a question for you. Has anyone seen any clothing and armor? I have not seen a piece of clothing and armor. It's weird. It's very strange. Anyone ever heard of clothing and armor? So, if you are aware of the past 2 weeks of all the interesting collection continuations that were clothing and armor, you'd be surprised as well. And don't worry, if you don't know, I will point this out to you in a second. But with all due respect, those are some nice looking deployables. Those are some nice looking weapons. But you couldn't have fit in just a little bit of clothing and armor, I'm just saying. We had a small rust store last week. Could have had just a few extra things, I'm just saying. Okay. So, okay. Before we talk about all the brand new skins and showcase them, I should also point out there's some brand new Twitch drops right now. So if you haven't seen the Rust April Twitch Drops 2026 video, they're all burnt peanut skins, but they're all general drops. You just have to watch anyone streaming Rust on Twitch. Consider giving that a good watch, and you could get a good look at all those skins. Lovely. Right, let's go find out of these skins right here, which of them are and are not abnormal. And it's going to be very easy to do because only one skin this week is not abnormal. It just so happens to be the rug skin. So, okay, cool. That's nice and straightforward. That means we have a lot to chase after, by the way. All the other skins, they will be abnormal, pending people who actually managed to buy them. We were very close to being late today. Like, we were even later than last week. But we weren't late, but we were very close. I'm not sure if anybody managed to buy all the skins, but I would be reasonably confident enough that some people managed. Fingers crossed. So yeah, we're very close to the deadline tonight. Now, if I could just also quickly go over to here to micro522.com, which is listed in the description of this video. You'll see that the overall scores for the skins, the upvote to downvote ratio, well, they were good. I'm not upset with what was picked. I'm more annoyed of what wasn't picked. So, I'm sure many of you are fully well aware, I'm always looking at the workshop, and I'm always looking at all the brand new Rust Workshop skin submissions, okay? So, last week, we had some pretty interesting skins. That was April 7, 2026, and the most recent batch, April 14, 2026. I'm about to show you all the clothing and armor pieces that weren't accepted but were perfectly available to be chosen, alright? Let's just get this across to all of you. Basically, that means they didn't consider Damascus backpack or Forest Raiders backpack, the medicine design. We also happen to have an ammo design right there. They didn't think about considering Knights Templar boots and gloves. No. They apparently didn't want Legacy Kevlar tactical gloves. No to Wasteland Recruit hoodie and pants. No to Acid Arachnid Tier 2 armor. That'd have been funny. Hamster Tier 3, that's a sequel to the Hamster Rock. Look, he's in a wheel. A hamster wheel. Haha. Nope, they said no to that. No to Hellcore Tier 3. Now, it's not just like pieces, core pieces and whatnot. Like, we also have primitive skins. Just this past weekend, we saw the Hey Boonie hat and poncho. We also happened to see the Wild Hunt Deer Skull mask and poncho, which also looked very cool, but no. No to that. Not even Knights Templar jacket. Not even Knights Templar jacket, and that looks amazing. Not even Black Diamond jacket. We didn't see Naval Camo boots and gloves. We didn't see Island Assault tactical gloves. We didn't see Black Ops Tier 2 again. For now, hopefully. And Funerary Tier 3 was denied, like, for the 4th time, I guess. So it is a bit odd, isn't it? I felt the need to bring that up. So, well, if you did clothing and armor Rust Store only next week, that would be good. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm quite surprised by that. So here is the Rust store. We've, it's been about an hour or so since it rotated. I think about 2 hours, Hedge. You've been sitting here for a while. Yeah, I'm stupid. But you wouldn't see that many sales because it was late. Europe is asleep. So when they wake up, once everybody's like playing on Friday, you will see the sales improve. So, all right, cool. Feel free to comment below. Out of all these skins, which one happens to be your most favourite? Well, maybe first of all, I should actually hop in game, get a good look at all the skins, and then you should, comment below. So, all right, cool. Let's hop in game and get a good look at all the skins. Okay, let's get started with Deployables. And oh my, what a lovely flowery design. This right here is produced by MNML, that's hard to say. It's their second ever skin to be accepted. It is a lovely decorative piece. I'm sure this will lighten up many bases. But I should quickly point out, it doesn't glow in the dark. You do have a little bit of reflection right there where the nail is, which is pretty clever. But, it's looking at, I guess. But yeah, let's just quickly go ahead and showcase. No glow. So, alright, cool. Understood. We get the point. But are you a fan of the flowery design? Don't forget, you can comment below which happens to be your most favourite skin. Let's now move over to here because we have a collection continuation. Upor and Hypermonster, they have returned with their Protector collection. Get a good look at that. So, I guess it's a little bit awkward because we've already seen Wrought Iron Barbecue, Twisted Metal Barbecue. We've already got a lot of metallic designs. I'm not sure if that's going to upset anybody, but yeah. If you are looking for a metallic barbecue, you might have already bought one. Hey, I'm not here to talk investing. I'm here for showcasing. Now, I can't confirm to you at night time when it's closed. It does not light up. But if you turn the lights on nearby, oh, it's quite reflective. Look at that. Let's now go back over to here and look at you with the succulent meat. Oh, yes. Now, we do have some transparency that you can see right here and on the top as well. If you have a wall behind this, it will give off a little bit of light. You might remember we saw that with the wrought iron barbecue. So, okay. Cool. Lights off again. And, yeah. Stands out nicely. Of course, it gives off its own light. So, do you like that? Let's see if there's some more protector skins on the horizon. We've had quite a few interesting doors. A couple interesting weapons. We've now dabbled into another deployable. Maybe we could see something like, I don't know. An electric furnace. Oh. Let's now move over to here and look at this furnace for now. A holographic furnace. It's not any different compared to a normal furnace, except it's got a lot of cool transparency. Oh, yes, it does. So it's got a type of transparency where when you look through it, which, of course, I do during the day, oh, wow, I can quite literally see through it. But if I go around here, it's all covered up. Magic! Wow! So, yeah, it's a pretty interesting creative approach for a furnace. Do you like what you see? Lights on. Get a good look at that. And get a good look at this when it's not turned on at night time. Got a nice bit of a blue sheen to it. But of course it's obviously blue, but like a lighter blue, if you can see that. So, okay. Cool. Now, over to here. Wow. That is a work of art. Lights off, please. A lovely bit of glow. If I were to talk about investing, you might sit there and say, I don't like wooden doors, and I've said that many times in the past. But I will respect a lovely piece of art, and I would agree that is a lovely piece of art. Now, does this open the door for potentially a lot more of these being made? Immediately I say a wooden double door, but I think there should be a theme where this guy here, he should have like a different pose. For a wooden double door, he should have 2 torches, for example, right? But like, if you're going to do something like this, like on a garage door, if you're going to do like sort of a ritual, why not have him like dancing with the fire in the background, like a big bonfire or something? So lots of potential there. Keep an eye on the workshop. I'm sure there's a lot more to come. So, all right, cool. A lovely bit of glow. But speaking of a very interesting artistic approach, we've got a very nice looking sheet metal double door. Look at that. That is art as well. So, as you can see here, it's like a Gothic style. It's the Gothic sheet metal double door. I'm pretty sure it had a bigger name. I can't even pronounce the skin creator's name. I know it's his first ever skin to be accepted. But are you aware we have the crypt building skin on the horizon? I would not be surprised in the slightest if that like blends in perfectly with that. Sorry about this, my light stopped working. So if I could switch them back on and look at this at night time, Yes, right. Look at that. That is very, very nice. And I'm pretty sure that opens the door to a lot more interesting designs such as that. If there were to be another deployable with this design, what would you like to see being made next? Consider commenting below. And now we'll move over to this locker. An interesting wood carved design. You'll notice there's some torches on the sides here. Nothing in the back. Cool, cool, cool. Let's of course make it daytime. Let's move the sun around so we can actually look at it. There we go. Perfection. We've got ourselves a map. A bunch of trinkets. Looking pretty sweet. Looking lovely. Now, of course, let's go and make it nighttime. Total darkness. I can confirm to you it does glow in the dark, but only on the sides. Only on the sides. So, okay, cool. Another locker skin for this year. A nice pirate-themed design. Could this open the door to potentially a lot more pirate-themed deployables being made by the skin creator, Sieges? This is his second ever skin to be accepted. You might notice a lot of skin creators this week got like their first or second ever skin. So, okay. They're getting a good chance. They're getting a good shout. So, cool, cool, cool. Breaking Bad. Sorry, I had to say it. We had to say it immediately. That is a lot of money. Let's play a guessing game. How much money is there? At least $3. Ha 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 ha. I took your joke. Sorry. But yeah, that's the most expensive skin this week. That, quite literally, is a statement. I sleep in a bed of money. What do you do? It also glows in the dark. So, yeah, that's a pretty cool, pretty unique approach. But if you could sleep on objects now, we've slept on a chicken. That was last week. We were sleeping on money now. What would you like to sleep on next? I'm not sure. What hasn't been done yet? What weird type of bed is yet to be made? Offer your ideas. Comment below. But just want to confirm it only glows on that portion right there. And that's it with the deployables. Let's now go ahead and showcase the weapons and the tools. Alright, now it's time for weapons and tools. And first up we have the Wrecker Salvaged Axe. That's a very nice and stylish approach. Nice and sharp. It chop good. It chop people good. What? So, alright, cool. That's a nice, interesting approach with this. Is it your favourite? Well, first of all, let's go ahead and showcase it at night time. Does it, like, glow in the dark or anything? Based on what I see, it does not. So, alright, cool. But, you know, might not be good for the people that you stand in front of at night time. Chop. Aha. Now, it might not appear as if it has any issues, but it does for me because, unfortunately, I can't showcase it in third person because, yeah, we still have this weird issue. But I was prepared for this because over to here, get a good look at that. Rebel. There's a very nice stylish design from Mr. Himmick. Could we see like an ice pick in the future? Regular tools? It would be nice if at some point in the future we can see chainsaws becoming skinnable. I know we've had a skin, but it's not skinnable for the skin creators yet. When it happens, I'm looking forward to potentially seeing a nice looking Wrecker chainsaw. So keep an eye on Mr. Himmick on the workshop. Let's get back over to here. Let's take control. Let's go over to here. Nighttime. Let's see if this is nice and shiny. Nice and reflective. And it is reasonably. But of course I can't showcase it to you like so because, well, yeah. Can't see the skin. So, alright, cool. Looks fine to me. I'm looking forward to potentially seeing some sequels. Keep an eye on Himmick's workshop. You never know. It might be appearing a lot sooner than you realise. Let's now switch over and take a look at the Abyss Jackhammer. Now, I've already showcased this in a short video, which I'm sure many of you have already seen. I'm very behind the Abyss collection. Ever since it's come out, it has proven to be quite successful in terms of acceptances and in terms of reliability. I'm not supposed to be here in terms of investing, but I will sit here and say, when times are good, Abyss does good. So, alright, cool. Let's get it there, you know, let's give this a good pan around shot. Now, I'm surprised they didn't put, like, the teeth here, the chattering, ha-ta-ta-ta-ta. We've seen that happen many times in the past, but no. They decides to keep the teeth here, keeping it very scary still. If it had the cha-ta-ta, it might have ruined the moment. Hey, it got accepted. Face punch approve. Face punch like. And if I could also just quickly showcase this in nighttime, just to confirm, definitely no glow. It's not easy to see. But of course, it is easy to here. So, okay. Yeah. If you're so concerned about glow, maybe you should be more concerned about the sound. Right, let's go over to here. Are you reflective? Are you shiny? Let's go ahead and just showcase that. Yep. Looks nice. I'm quite happy with that. So, what's your opinion? Could that potentially become a very nice investment like many of the other Abyss skins? Is it actually going to retain its value, knowing that we're expecting more Jackhammer skins over the course of this month? Next week, the week after, we could end up with a Rust store where we could have 2 salvaged axes and 2 Jackhammers. Keep that in consideration. So, alright, cool, understood. It's perfectly fine like a Jackhammer. Let's see if it retains its price in the future. You should keep an eye on the sales. So, alright, cool. Boom. Well, speaking of potential nice investments, I would assume anime skins might be pretty good. I'm just saying. I mean, we might have had one last week with a garage door. But this right here is Popstar. This appeared before Hazma. And this was appreciated before Hazma. Now, first of all, let's just quickly go ahead and give that a nice reload. Let's also look at it at night time. It has a standard sight. And it's not very visible at night time. But it does have anime. So, is that going to be enough to carry the skin? Is that going to be enough to help it retain value? Or maybe you don't care about that. You just want a nice stylish looking skin. You just happen to be a fan of the Popstar set. But I will sit here and say, with the previous skins, when the new one was accepted, we did see them bump up in value quite nicely. And do you think this is it? Do you reckon it's stopping now? No. I'm fully well aware there's a Jackhammer in the workshop as well. Keep an eye on the workshop for more skins, and keep an eye out for next week's Rust store. You never know. We might see the Jackhammer as well. So, alright, cool. Nighttime look as well, just to get a good look at that. Not super visible, doesn't glow in the dark. Point made, understood, all good. So, let's now go over to here. Yeah. Not exactly super reflective. Nice and stylish though. Cool. Is that your favourite skin of the week? And now, we can move on and showcase the last weapon. So, let's switch over to here, and boom. We got ourselves a very interesting looking AK-47. Nice and stylish, yes. Is that cut? Well, it does appear to have a pretty interesting looking aim sight. It got no ammo, no! Let's go help that out. So, looking pretty sweet. Alright, night time. Let's give this a good look as well. Doesn't really light up. Not exactly super helpful, but it is stylish. Mingoist, I'm pretty sure this is your first ever skin to be accepted. Looks nice. And it definitely opens the door for potentially like a full-fledged sort of weapon collection. Alright, cool. Third person view. Let's go. Yeah, that's looking very nice and shiny. Well then. Oh, wow, on this side it looks even cooler. Look at that. So, what weapon skin would you like to see being made next? Or tools. You could suggest tools as well. So, executable AK-47. Well. Yeah, so, yeah. Got a funny name. I'm not sure if everyone's going to be able to remember that, but yeah. All right, anyway. Over to here. Nighttime. I wonder, are you shiny? Surprisingly, no. Huh. Wait, what? Really? Huh. Did I break it? What? That is weird. It doesn't shine. It shines here, but it didn't shine there. Huh. Huh. Do you want to get closer? No, it's not shining. Huh. Huh. Is that bugged? I have to talk about that. I need to know if that's definitely how it's supposed to be. That is weird, isn't it? Right, anyway. So, out of all those skins, what's impressed you the most? What do you reckon has a very nice potential to end up becoming a much bigger collection? What could we see in the future? Well, maybe keep an eye on the workshop. So that's a wrap with the showcase. I like the deplorables. I thought the weapons and tools were perfectly fine. It's just a lack of something else. So, okay, all good. Now, I could just quickly point this out. With the previous week, I did end up buying some skins. I bought 50 Hazmat Egg Garage Doors and 20 Easter Chick Beds. And you might sit there and say, well, why did you do that? How did you get to that conclusion? Well, basically, if you consider watching the most recent Abnormal Barders video, which you can see, April 16, 2026, watch the first 5 minutes of this video, scroll down, skip ahead to the Barders chapter, and then listen in as I talk about the Abnormal Barder support. That has my egg garage door. It's in a very, very, very interesting position. I do expect to see more Hasma skins in the future. It had a lot of support behind it. It looked like a perfectly fine thing to chase after. That's why I went ahead and bought 50 of them. And then, of course, with the bed, well, it didn't sell that much. It does get consistent acceptances with its collection. I thought, you know what? That's probably got a decent chance. So I bought 20. So, yeah, give that a good watch. Give it a good listen. And I think you might be pleasantly surprised with how things work. Now, of course, in regards to keeping an eye out for potential collection continuations, and of course, you know, after I've yapped about the lack of clothing armor so much today, consider watching the most recent Rust Workshop skin checks video. As you can see, all the collection continuations are chaptered, including all that clothing armor I talked about. So, yeah, for your consideration. Now, as an extra, I also uploaded this a good few days ago. We recently saw an interesting piece of armor come out, and I bet none of you realised it's potentially a very nice, versatile camouflage. I'm talking about Easter Bloom Tier 2. That appeared in Easter Week 1, 2026, didn't sell that much, and I bet a lot of you just gave it a quick glance and didn't even consider it. After you watch this video, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised to find out how effective it is, simply due to the fact that it has transparency. When you see it with your own eyes, oh, well. So consider giving that a good watch. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Cool. And of course, I already mentioned it, there are Twitch drops. I am very much led to believe, and I basically got confirmation, this was spontaneous. I spoke to the skin creator that made all the skins. He had like a few days, and he only got asked like a few days ago. So, but they came out nice. They look good. So don't forget, you've got about 2 weeks up until April 27 to get all 4 drops, and it's super easy. Just watch anyone streaming Rust on Twitch. 8 hours in total. Done. Simple as. And as I've gone through this, I've been streaming on Twitch. I will be streaming again tomorrow. I'd like to sit here and say thank you to all the people watching me. 95 in total. You're cool. Thank you so much. But yeah, that sleeping bag. Skip ahead. I do showcase it with some other desert-themed sleeping bags. You get that for absolutely free. It's quite effective. So, oh, well, better go ahead and watch that now. Better go ahead and look and see. Oh. And one final thing, the player count. I'm expecting, if we manage to hold, we're probably going to have the first ever instance where we have a whole year where every single month the average player count stays above 100,000. Technically speaking, Rust is still growing. So we'll see how that goes for the rest of the year, but as of now, April has actually managed to stay above 100,000. That is a surprise. So, cool. That's it. That's a wrap. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope it was nice, concise, and straight to the point. Hope you saw some interesting details. Hope you saw some interesting points. Blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. And that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you later. Saying goodbye.